Welcome to The Drop. We are the official podcast of ComicDrops.com. Just to give you an idea of what we do on the show, we basically gather up the most important bit of news that's been released throughout the week, and then we hop on here and talk about it. I am your host, Josh Sharp, and joining me today is Alex Batts. Alex, how's your week been so far?
It's been pretty exciting. You know, we've gotten a lot of news this week, so I'm definitely excited to talk about it.
Yep, it's going to be sweet. And last but not least, we have our Comic Drops video game guru and thumbnail master, Andrew Berger. Andrew, thanks for taking the time to join us today, man. I really appreciate it. Welcome.
Hey, no problem, man. How we doing today, people? What's good?
Doing good. All right, so in case you didn't get the memo from the thumbnail, this is a special episode. E3 is going on in California, and there's been like a lot of cool and like fun things to come from the press conferences that were held this weekend. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go through each of them and then highlight the things that we liked and like stood out to us, and probably we'll mention a few things that we didn't like. There was 5 main ones, right? There was Bethesda, Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, and Sony, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, you guys ready?
I am.
Sure.
That didn't sound very convincing, but I mean, okay.
Why not? We'll go with it.
Yeah, let's just roll with it. All right, so I guess we'll start with Bethesda. I guess I'll start. They showed off some cool stuff. I guess they showed off Dishonored 2, which looks pretty sweet. I really enjoyed the first one. The first game. Did you guys play it?
Yes, I loved the first.
It was my personal game of the year of 2012.
Yeah, it was really good. I liked like all the different ways you could take your target out, and like the different like abilities that you had. And actually, with the second one, you can play as like 2 different characters. You can play as Corvo Attano from the first game, and then there's a new chick. I forget her name. It's like Emily.
Isn't she the little girl
She is the
from
daughter
the first one?
of the princess the queen who died in 1.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
She's that little girl.
totally missed that part. But like I was saying about like Dishonored 1, I like how you could choose like to either be like stealthily, you can just go in, quote unquote guns blazing. They're bringing that back, but apparently I found out like while I was doing research on the game for the second one, is that there's a third option that you can like not have the supernatural powers. Like I think you go to somebody named the Outsider, and like you can refuse to get the powers. So that should be pretty cool, trying to go throughout the game without the supernatural powers, because I think that'd be really hard. So I'm looking forward to that. I actually might even do it.
That'd be cool for the people, like the hardcore people that want a real like a big challenge. Like.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, that's it for me. Honestly, for Bethesda, I don't care about Elder Scrolls Online or the Skyrim remaster as much as I love the original. I haven't played Doom yet, so I have nothing to add about the DLC, and I'm just kind of like meh about Prey. So Andrew, since you are our guest today, why don't you give us your thoughts and what did you take away from Bethesda?
Well, first of all, Prey, whoo, dude.
Well, there it is.
Retweet.
Man, I'm pretty excited for Prey. It seems like it's like Dead Space but first person, and that's an interesting way to put it. Yeah, and that idea seems pretty cool to me. It's definitely not what it originally was going to be when it was originally announced, but I'm definitely intrigued. The Skyrim remaster, very excited. I love that game. I didn't put like a lot of time into the first one, but I was able to beat the main quest line. Yeah. And yeah, I was pretty excited for it. Beyond that, not a lot. Dude, I love Doom, the new one. It's pretty cool. I really like it.
Oh, you have it?
I do. It's good. It's good. No interest in DLC though. It's the main game is fun by itself. Kind of same for the Fallout DLC. Not too excited for that either. Fallout 4 VR and Doom VR. I'm still not sold on VR, so I'll hold my breath for that one.
Same.
And yeah, that kind of wraps it up for me.
All right. Alex?
Yeah, Bethesda's conference was kind of meh to me. I'm excited for Dishonored 2, but I honestly thought I did not like the trailer for it at all. I liked what the trailer showed, but just the way that it was put together and edited and the music and everything, like, I thought it was a bad trailer. I'm excited because, like, I know how the game mechanics work, and, like, I knew what I was looking at since I played the first one, but the trailer was to me, but, so I'm looking forward to seeing more about it. I think it'll be really cool. I'm with you, Andrew, on Prey. I am super excited for Prey, and I actually, like, I have no information on it at all. I don't know about what it was supposed to be or anything. I just know that you were super hyped about it, and it looks spectacular. Like, visually, it looks phenomenal, and didn't
they announced a Prey game like a few years ago, but then they rebooted it?
That's what I was saying. Yeah, Prey 2. You were going to be a bounty hunter on this distant planet somewhere, and yeah, it was like Boba Fett the game, more or less.
I wonder why they canned it.
Yeah, it looks really interesting, and I'd agree, like, it does kind of look like Dead Space in the first person. Like, once you get to that second half of the trailer, and it, like, started hitting the fan, I was like, wow, this looks intense. Yeah. So I'm really excited.
On the note of Dishonored, real quick before we jump to a different conference, I don't think they showed anything for that game that we didn't expect. Like, it's very, very similar to the first one gameplay wise. It looks the same, except for a little shinier, of course. But
yeah,
same.
Yeah, it was basically.
Yeah.
There was no surprises with it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great, really. I mean.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, even Skyrim and I know I
Skyrim
brushed,
remaster.
Yeah. I mean, I brushed past Skyrim because, I mean, I really enjoyed the first one, but I just don't see the reason to remaster it like now.
I love the first one, but like a month or so ago, I actually went out and put the effort into getting it for Steam on my PC, and so I don't have a reason to buy it on, like, the remaster does nothing for me, so. But I know a lot of people are excited about it, and it's a really smart move from Bethesda. A lot of people have been asking for it, but I'm not that hyped about it.
I was hoping for a new Elder Scrolls game, but obviously that didn't happen. So I mean, and besides, they said that the new Elder Scrolls game will come out for the next like 5 to 6 years.
Yeah,
so that's gonna be depressing.
Not surprised about that.
That's gonna be depressing.
God.
Yeah. You guys, is that all you have for Bethesda?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Microsoft. Alex, what did you think of their showing?
I wasn't wowed by a whole lot in their conference. I'm not a huge Microsoft fan to begin with. They're an Xbox fan. So most of their games kind of just go by me. Like, I'll see some of them, they'll look interesting, but nothing really grabs me enough to go out and spend money on the console. The one that I will say that I think looks really, really great is their Forza games they look amazing.
Oh,
and that's the one game that I definitely wish, like, if there was a game to get an Xbox for, it's the Forza games, because the PlayStation just does not have a spectacular racing game like that. So I'd loved that. And then State of Decay 2 looked interesting to me, but it looked kind of like it looked the same as all the other zombie games that we've gotten recently, and so if you're a huge fan of like that genre and those type of games, I think you'd really love it. But other than that, it's kind of more of the same. At least that's what it looked like. And the Division update, that game kind of like dropped off, I think, for basically everyone. So I'm not really interested in that. But yeah, that about sums it up for like the highlights for Microsoft for me.
Okay. Andrew?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I'm definitely excited for the new Xbox, the Xbox S, the really super tiny one.
Yeah.
That thing looks nuts, dude. It's got the HDR stuff. It's 4K compatible, whatever. It's got a better Blu-ray player in it.
Isn't it like 1 terabyte of like storage?
2 terabytes.
Oh,
dude.
I stand corrected. Jesus.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts. Gears look cool. I've never played a Gears game, but that new one looks pretty rad. If I get an Xbox, I'll definitely pick it up. Agreeing with Alex, Forza looks amazing. It's gonna be set in Australia this time around, as opposed to some random island in Italy somewhere.
Yeah,
so
most
cool.
of the racing games look really, really good.
They do, dude. Honestly. What else did they show? Oh yeah, State of Decay. That I'm excited for that. I played State of Decay on PC, so it looks like more State of Decay. So yay, I guess. Beyond that, I don't think there was a lot else that really stood out to me. So.
I mean, I thought Microsoft did a pretty good job. For me, I was immediately invested when I saw the Xbox One S and its price. I mean, like $299 for like a new console. That's I don't know. I'm gonna buy one now. Like I have a PS4 and I wanted to get a one. I want to get a one, but they've been pretty expensive. So with the new price and the new one, I'm pretty on board. I like Gears. Gears is Gears. I'm a pretty big Gears fan, so I guess I'm stoked for that. The one game that really, really, really impressed me out of I think all the ones that I'm actually gonna list, this one has actually impressed me the most is that game We Happy Few. It's like this drug-addled survival game, like set in like a creepy alternate 1960s thing. So like there are like these pills called happy pills or something like that, and it like keeps everyone all positive and a good mood. And then when the effects start to wear off, you begin to see the world for what it actually is. And that's why the citizens have to keep taking them, which I think is pretty cool. Let me give you an example. There was like this one part where the kids were like smashing a piñata, and then the character you're playing as like tried to smash it too, and it ended up being like a dead rat. So I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. It's really interesting. And then I guess the police that are chasing you are just like smiling all creepily while they're running after you. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Scalebound looks like a lot of fun. It's made by Platinum Games, who made the Bayonetta series, which was like this super fast, this hack and slash game. It's pretty good. I didn't like Final Fantasy, but did you guys see that demo? That dude was getting his ass beat.
Dude, that
I was just cracking
so
up the entire
bad.
time. The dude, it looked like he didn't even know what he was doing. So that was okay. Dead Rising 4. I haven't played Dead Rising 3, obviously, since I said I don't have an Xbox One. But they're bringing back Frank West, so I'm interested. But they didn't show any gameplay, which I was kind of upset about. But it did seem like it was kind of like a prequel, I guess. I don't know. That's what I've been hearing.
There's gameplay all over Twitter.
There is? Okay, well, I guess I need to look at that. Halo Wars 2 looks boring. I didn't like the first one, so I'm not going to play it. I'm not a huge fan of RTSs, so... whatever. Just like you guys, State of Decay 2 looks interesting. I enjoyed the first one. It was like the survival, the survival game. You're in the zombie apocalypse, and you have to go out and look for supplies and
it's the Walking Dead game that you always wanted, kind of.
Essentially, yeah. I mean, that's actually a really good way of putting it. It looks good. It looks like a lot of fun. I don't think there's any gameplay. It was just a CG trailer, just like most of these games. You get a CG trailer at E3. So it's nothing super massive or super insane. I'll tell you one thing, though. The one thing that really, really annoyed me was the fact that Xbox announced two consoles. You have the Xbox One S, and then you have this Project Scorpio thing. And at least to me, it seems like they're trying to play catch-up, because we know that Xbox is losing terribly in console sales.
Ridiculously outsold.
That's bad.
Yeah, and I just feel like they're just trying to play catch up. And the thing is, the whole Project Scorpio is coming out next year, which seems really fast.
End of next year, too.
End
of next year, too.
Yeah, the end of next year. Just feel like they're just rushing things out, just to try to. They're like releasing a bunch of Xbox One things, and plus they said that it's gonna be in the Xbox One family, whatever the hell that means. So I mean, whatever. I don't really care.
The way they talk about it, it's like it's a new console, like a whole new console. It's not even Xbox One. Like what?
Yeah, I don't know. I found when I saw that, I was just like, really? They're releasing another console? You released the Xbox One what, 3 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Xbox One was 3 years ago?
Yep.
Okay, you got the Xbox One 3 years ago. You have the Xbox One S coming out in August, and then you have another console coming out in at the end of next year. Like, why? Why? What's the point of having three consoles? You're just trying to soak up the market because you know that your one console is not doing as well as you hoped? What makes you think that these other two consoles are gonna do better than them? And the thing is, I know they said it was it's gonna have 4K resolution. How many people do you know that have a 4K television?
Yeah, that's one thing that's kind of...
I don't know any.
Exactly.
4K monitors and displays are really expensive.
Exactly. I mean, people don't want to shell out that much money for a television. I mean, there are people out there that would, but I mean, I mean, 4K is not one of those mandatory things you say, okay, this thing supports 4K resolution.
Well,
now I have to get it. You know.
The biggest thing for their new console, what they talked about in their little spiel about the new one, is that it's going to be big for VR. Like whatever they're doing for VR is going to be compatible with that, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'll let you know, if I had a 4K TV,
Scorpio.
Oh, okay.
If I had a 4K TV, I'd buy it. But I mean,
right. Yeah.
The majority of people who own a console don't have a 4K television, so I don't think that should be one of your biggest selling points when you're trying to get people to buy a new console.
Plus, there's no way that thing is going to be under like $400. That thing is going to be at least like 600, maybe 650.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, the One S supports 4K resolution. It's $300.
Right. Yep.
So, I don't know. That was like my biggest gripe coming away from Microsoft's press conference. All right. Actually, we're going through these pretty fast. Next up, we have EA. Andrew, why don't you start us off on this one? What did you think?
Well, I thought it was the weakest out of all of them.
I thought it was
it was definitely the weakest for sure. All I really got out of it was Mass Effect. That looked amazing from what they showed. Battlefield 1 still looks awesome from what they showed. I saw a couple multiplayer matches played over the weekend, whatever.
Did you see freaking Snoop Dogg smoking that blunt while playing with a mouse and keyboard?
I saw that shit live, bro.
That had me dying, man.
It was so funny.
Rolling.
Terry Crews uses a mouse and keyboard? Like, who would have thought?
Right. And then, what else? Oh, yeah, Titanfall 2. That looks awesome. So, I don't know what their idea is with having Titanfall 2, I think it's the week after Battlefield.
That's not smart.
No, it's not. It's gonna not end well for anybody, because those are, yep. That's what I'll say about that. I don't think there was anything else in that conference that really appealed to me.
Oh, that's it for you?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't enjoy Titanfall, like the first game, at all. It was pretty bad in my opinion. But with that being said, I am kind of interested in Titanfall 2. It seems like they took the criticisms that fans had in mind and like fixed the problems that fans had. I like what I'm seeing from the campaign. It seems like they want you to build a relationship with your Titan. I think there was a few shots of like the Titan like saving you from something, and like I don't know, I like stuff like that. So I mean, it was pretty cool. Multiplayer looks fun, so I'm pretty interested. I'll probably end up getting it. Battlefield 1 looks as stellar as ever. I'm mark my words, it's going to be the hottest first-person shooter this year. I'm sorry, yep. Call of Duty, and then Call of Duty looked like ass during the Sony event, so I'm now certain that Battlefield 1 is just going to take over this year, and I'm super excited. I'll go back to Battlefield 1 real quick. I like the whole like World War I era. I hope this kind of brings back the World War shooters, because I really enjoyed those, like World at War and what's the other Battlefield game that came out? Battlefield 19 something?
42?
1942, 1943.
Yes. Those games were a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I clocked in a lot of hours playing those games. So seeing that kind of genre of shooter come back is very refreshing. And plus, it looked beautiful. You know, 64-player multiplayer matches. I mean, like, and the Zeppelins. Oh my god, dude! I'm so stoked. It looks like a lot of fun. Like you said, Andrew, Mass Effect Andromeda looks cool. We finally got a small bit of gameplay during their little trailer and them talking about it and stuff. The environments look gorgeous. I dig the Mass Effect series, so I'm looking forward to Andromeda. EA pissed me off with Battlefront, so I really won't say much about that. But I did see that Visceral Games making like a third-person open-world RPG Star Wars game that's coming out next year, so that's gonna be
13.
You know, the thing is, I've seen a lot of people saying that it could be.
It looked like it. The like 2 seconds of footage that we got looked like it.
1313 had a lot of potential, and I was really upset that it got scrapped. So hopefully, someone tries to revive it or takes inspiration from that game and makes something that could be even better. So who knows, you know?
Yeah.
Alex, what do you have?
Yeah, I would definitely agree and say that their conference was the weakest. Most of it was, they were just kind of there. I would agree with you guys. Battlefield 1 just looks spectacular. Visually, like, the graphics, these games are phenomenal. And the Zeppelins, I love how they talked about it in the game, the mechanics for it. There's no, like, pre-programmed destination for where the Zeppelins fall. Like, if you shoot them down, they just fall wherever they are. And I love that. I think that's really cool. Just all of the features that they've added into the game, like the weather, just everything about it makes it look like such an awesome and fun experience to play. So I'm super excited for that. The Star Wars games, I was really excited about the Star Wars games going into this conference, and then they just kind of like gave us a little like 3-minute video and said basically, hey, like we're working on these games that you knew we were working on, and didn't really show much else than that. So that kind of sucked, but I mean, I'm still excited for them. I want to see more. And then I think that's it for Titanfall 2. How could I forget that? I would agree, Josh. I didn't like the first one at all, but this one looks really, really fun. The multiplayer looks super fast-paced and like really different from any other multiplayer game that we have. And so I'll probably pick it up for the multiplayer alone, but then them adding single player in was definitely a smart move, because I know a lot of people complained about that not being in the first one.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a cool addition, and yeah, it just overall looked like a really fun game, so yeah. But I think that's it as far as EA for me.
Something before we get too far I totally forgot to mention for Bethesda was Quake. Quake is coming back.
What is Quake? Because I knew of the game, but I never like played it.
It's just a super fast-paced multiplayer shooter is kind of what it's narrowed down to.
Is it like an arena shooter like Doom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So I just wanted to mention that real quick. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the cinematic trailer that they showed looked pretty cool. So I mean, I guess. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. That's all I gotta say about that. I just wanted to mention it.
All right, moving on to the next conference, we have Ubisoft or Ubisoft, however the hell you want to say it. I don't really know how people say it. Alex, what do you have for us?
I'll go ahead and start. I know this is going to get a reaction from Andrew. Watch Dogs 2 is
Yeah, buddy. Oh man,
that boy screamed.
Yeah, I am very. I doubt that I'm as excited for Andrew for this game, but I'm very excited for this. I really, really loved the first one and the potential of the first one, but I unfortunately agree with most of the public, and I was underwhelmed by it. It's not that I thought it was a bad game. Wow. It was just, for some reason, it was underwhelming. And so this one looks like
boring.
It's just it just looks like it's taking, like, righting all of the wrongs and fixing all of the mistakes from the first one. It just looks super fun and open, and the world looks amazing. I love that they chose San Francisco. It looks super cool and vibrant. It looks like it's fitting the tone of the game really well. And yeah, Watch Dogs 2 is my most anticipated Ubisoft game, I think. And then For Honor, that looked incredible.
Yes,
I don't know what
exactly. Someone else would say that.
I don't know what exactly it's supposed to be about or what is even happening, but I'm sold. It looks amazing. There's Vikings and samurai and knights fighting each other. Sign me up. But
Yes.
And then Ghost Recon Wildlands looks really, really cool too. I'm very excited for that open world Ghost Recon game. I think that's gonna be awesome. The trailer really blew me away. There was a moment in the trailer that I didn't expect, and it was like really cool, and it just looks like it'll be a really, really fun game. And the open world, whenever it showed the shot at the end of like all the objectives popping up and everything, there's just so much to do, and it made me feel like the soldiers were actually like a tactical team going to do this. And so I don't know, I'm excited. But other than that, they didn't really have anything. I don't think. South Park, I love South Park the show, and so I just thought it was hilarious. I don't know if I'll actually pick it up, but it definitely made me laugh. So
Did you play Stick of Truth?
I did not actually.
Neither did I. But apparently, if you pre-order, I think it's like something Butthole, you actually get a digital copy of the Stick of Truth. So
Really?
In fact, you do.
yeah.
That might be worth it just alone.
Is that all you have?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Andrew, what do you have for us, man?
Hey, it's just me, just the biggest Watch Dogs 1 fan over here. No big deal.
Oh my God.
I think y'all missed the potential of that game, man. It was so
No,
good.
Ubisoft missed the potential of that game, and they made
No,
it.
you're full of baloney. Don't do that to me. No. All right, so I'll hold my talk for that in a moment, but I want to definitely talk about Ghost Recon Wildlands. Dude, that game looks nuts. If I was gonna compare it to anything at all, that's yeah. If I was gonna compare it to anything, I'd say it's like 13 hours the game. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like, well, basically it looks like Ghost Recon but open world, and that gives me hyped as hell. So, that being said, I'm excited. That'll be out February 28th, I want to say, of 2017. So, definitely be looking forward to that. For Honor. For Honor looks amazing. It looks like third-person chivalry? Chivalry, which is it's a PC game. It's basically just it's like first-person chivalry type. It's a first-person version of For Honor, and For Honor is a third-person version of that. So, yeah, it's really cool. I really liked it. And the crown jewel of the show, Watch Dogs 2. Oh boy, does that look amazing! As Alex said, it definitely looks like it improved on all of the quote-unquote issues everyone had with the first game. I am blind to these issues apparently because I really liked the first one. It's a bit more, how do I put this, brighter, a little more enthusiastic of a game. The character seems a little more in depth as opposed to a blank slate of sadness. Yeah, the setting is amazing. I'm really glad they were able to go with San Francisco, with like Silicon Valley right there, and Oakland, and whatever else is out there. Gameplay wise, it looks way better than the first one. Holy crap. There's actual parkour, and there's verticality and things, and yeah, that looks pretty cool. Hacking, it looks like more hacking. I don't think it's going to be any more in-depth hacking, but there's just more things to do with it. Like you can apparently you can hack like every car. Like what in the what? That's wild.
And they said every car, and I think almost every electronic device in the city.
Like they showed off a little bit where your character hacks like a fork truck, and he picks up a cop car and drives the fork truck.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
The cop car into the river. Dude, had me rolling for a good minute. Shut up. Beyond that, I didn't think too much at the conference. It was okay. There was a couple other games in the middle that looked pretty meh. Yeah, all right, that's it for me.
Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. Alex, Andrew, I'm so sorry, but I thought Ghost Recon looked like total garbage.
Bitch.
Dude, okay, no,
what?
okay, no, don't wait. Let me explain what I mean by that. Don't get me wrong. It looks like there's fun to be had in the game, but like the movements just look so stiff. Like it looks like a mixture of like MGS5 and environment-wise in the Division. The running and climbing just seems so stiff. And don't even get me started on the AI. That guy was running throughout the entire compound, wasting dudes with no silencer, and no one heard him. Like, let me. Here's an example. Like after he got into the building, right, and he was like shooting this one dude. He unloaded on this guy, then goes into the next room, and there was an enemy checking the bottom of his shoe.
The game isn't done yet.
I mean, really? There's no way I'm buying that game. There's absolutely no way. I was looking forward to Ghost Recon 2. I love the Ghost Recon series, but after seeing what that was, that trash, no. I'm not wasting my hard-earned money on that game. I can't do it. So,
fake.
I'm moving on now. Ghost Recon looks like ass.
It's a damn shame.
Sorry. I put Watch Dogs 2 on my list, not because I'm looking forward to it. I'm cautiously optimistic. I disliked the first one so much. Ubisoft really screwed the pooch on that one, in my opinion. But this one does look fun. You can hack anything. There's parkour and stuff. So I mean, I'll keep a close eye on it. The protagonist seems like he has a lot more personality than Aiden Pierce. Yeah,
has
he has
a
a
personality.
personality. So, yeah.
It exists.
There's one thing else I want to add. For Honor. For Honor looks really cool. You can play as like Vikings, samurais, and then there's like another faction that I don't remember. Knight. So Vikings, samurais, and knights. The gameplay looks like super brutal and bloody, so I'm down. Like I said, the game does look amazing, but something that I have learned when watching Ubisoft stage demos, tech demos, is never like take like that as like the final product, because for some reason Ubisoft likes to downgrade all of their games. And I know you love Watch Dogs, Andrew, but I'm using Watch Dogs as an example. When they showed Watch Dogs off originally, the game looked phenomenal, and then when you got the game, I felt like I was playing mud. It just looked really bad. And even with the Division, I mean, now mind you, the Division looks better than like, let's say like a Watch Dogs did, or there wasn't a big enough graphical gap like there was between Watch Dogs E3 demo and the actual like copy. The Division looked just phenomenal at E3. So I mean, I'm holding back my joy, I guess, quote unquote joy, when it comes to the Ubisoft tech demos and the graphics and stuff like that, because they've let us down before. So I'm not like freaking out about it. That game Steep looked pretty cool. I mean, there hasn't been a good snowboarding game in a while, and plus I like falling off stuff to see the ragdoll. And if you know me, you know that I love ragdoll physics.
He loves a good ragdoll.
I love a good ragdoll. So I mean, I could watch it. I could watch ragdoll for hours and just laugh. So I'll probably be picking up the game. And I guess that is it for me from Ubisoft. Do you guys have anything else to add?
No, I don't think so.
The one thing I will add, they showed a little behind the scenes featurette thing for the Assassin's Creed movie, which I actually really loved that. I am super excited for that movie, and so the little behind the scenes thing was really cool. But yeah, it was nothing like super exciting.
Andrew, you got anything else?
No, I'm good, buddy.
All right. I'm sorry I made you mad with the whole Ghost Recon rant.
No, it's okay. It's all right. I get it.
Oh my god. All right, now we're moving on to the last and by no means least press conference. Sony. I just want to start off by saying that I'm pretty sure Sony stole the show again this year. They really.
I saw a GIF.
They came with it.
That I retweeted earlier.
You still haven't seen it, have you?
And it was. I haven't seen the entire conference. I've watched a lot, like highlights and some gameplay for some like the games that really I knew would catch my eye, but I haven't seen the entire I haven't seen it.
What are you yelling?
Save the Bandicoot.
Oh yes. We'll get to that. All right, so instead of us kind of just giving our separate lists of what we like from Sony's press conference, we're gonna go game by game, because almost all of these games deserve equal amounts of attention. And I guess we will start with the one game that was shown off first, which is God of War. God of War is finally returning.
Woo!
Kratos is back with his dad beard. He looks awesome. I'm stoked.
Dad beard.
Yep. Dude, his beard is righteous, man. I wish I could grow a beard like that. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people kind of complain about the game though, because they said it's not typical God of War combat, and I can see where they're coming from. Because God of War is kind of one of those like combo heavy games where you're just like stringing together using different weapons and stuff like that.
Combo breaker.
Yeah, so I mean, it definitely does look different when it comes to combat, but it doesn't look like bad. It looks really good. The Kratos is still as badass as ever, ripping faces off, doing cool things with those weapons. So I'm so for it. I feel kind of ashamed to say that I've actually never beaten a God of War game, and I know I need to, so I'm gonna have to do that. But Alex, what are your thoughts on God of War, man?
This is my most, besides the Batman Telltale game from E3 so far, this is my most hyped game. I love the God of War series. One of the main reasons is because I loved Greek mythology and just all like mythology in general, and so it was an automatic hook for me. But I'm pretty sure I actually beat the God of War 3 like 6 or 7 times. But I am extremely excited for this game. It looks absolutely stunning. I do kind of understand some of the complaints. Like, it doesn't look, the camera angle changed, like it's following him now instead of being at a certain point, like a reference point. And so that's a little different, but I like that more. Honestly, I think that gives you a better experience as a player, and then you'll be able to control the camera more too. And then the gameplay is a little different. They said that they like deconstructed the entire gameplay and built it back from the ground up, but to me, the gameplay still looked like how God of War fighting looks. I'm guessing it'll play and feel a lot different, but it still looked like the same old God of War to me. And now they've said they're taking it in the direction of Norse mythology, and this is taking place many years after the ending of the third one.
Hence
So
the dad
I'm
beard.
beyond excited to see where they go with like all of the Norse gods and everything and how they do that. And just, I am so hyped for this game. I cannot wait to get any more news for it. But yeah.
Andrew?
I also played God of War 3. I didn't play it like 6 times, but I played it. It was a lot of fun. I really liked it. The feeling I'm getting from God of War 4 is fairly similar to Tomb Raider, how Tomb Raider was a linear open world. Like you could go to certain points within this section, and then you can go to the next mission if you want when you're done with that section type of thing. Alex is right. It's definitely not the same style of a God of War, which is totally fine. I think I don't have any issues with that, and I don't have that connection to Norse god mythology like Alex does, but it looks cool, and I'll probably pick it up. So
Yeah, that looks. I'm definitely gonna try to play all the God of War games. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out in 2017, but they haven't released a release date, so I guess we'll be looking out for that soon.
I hope it's coming out in 2017.
They're like God of War 4 2020. I'd be so pissed off.
I would cry buckets of tears.
All right, next up, and this is something I was very shocked that we got anything about because it's in very early development, and I'm talking about Hideo Kojima's new project and his like exclusivity with Sony, because all his games will be exclusive to Sony. I think maybe PC's coming as well. His games are coming to PC, but I don't think they've announced that. But we actually got confirmation of what his new game is, and it's called Death Stranding, and it's going to feature Norman Reedus, who's actually tried to work with Kojima in the past. He wanted to work with Kojima and Guillermo del Toro. I say his name awful all the time. On the Silent Hills game, but Konami, being the dickwads that they are, canned that game once they got rid of Kojima. So they're moving him and Norman Reedus are moving over to Death Stranding. It's a very creepy game. Well, not creepy. It looks really weird. Norman Reedus had he was like holding a baby, and he was naked on a beach surrounded by like dead fish. I don't really know what's going on, but it's a Kojima game. There's gonna be some really weird, creepy elements in there. But I am looking forward to it. He said it's like an action-oriented game. He said it's a heavily action-oriented game. And I like action, so I'm interested to see what we're gonna get from that. Andrew, what are your thoughts on Death Stranding?
definitely looks like a Kojima game.
Yep.
From what I saw at the beginning there, that opening shot is like Norman Reedus' hand, and one of his hands is in a cuff, and then the other cuff is like
it's connected to the baby.
Well, yeah.
I think.
Is it? No, it's not.
No, it was empty.
Yeah, and the cuff was like glowing, like some kind of futuristic handcuff. I don't know if any of you saw that.
No.
I did notice that. Wasn't it like blue?
Yeah, it was like blue. Yeah. So I'm sensing some kind of actiony horror game, sci-fi thing of some kind from that, featuring Norman Reedus. That's about all I got. The people at the end were kind of weird, just floating there. I'm not sure what in the world that was about. That was something.
I thought they were blocks at first, but then I was like, oh wait, no, they have limbs.
Yeah. Oh wait, they're moving, and then they just disturbingly disappeared into the mist. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that situation.
Alex?
Yeah, I'm basically just on the Kojima hype train. Actually, the only project of his that I've worked on, I played PT, but that was it. And
You
so
haven't
I
played
don't know.
Metal Gear?
I have not,
What?
but
Oh,
yeah, I know.
buddy.
Alex, no, what are you
I know.
doing?
Dude, you are missing out
You are
so
goofing
much.
up, dude.
anyways,
Oh my god.
Wow.
but yeah,
Wow,
everyone
alright.
seems super excited for it. So I don't know. No, no one knows anything about it. I guess it just looks really interesting and creepy. So it has my interest, but I'm not super hyped about it yet. Yeah.
How the hell have you never played a Metal Gear game? I want to know this. We're going to get this out of the way now.
How have you not finished a God of War game, Josh?
Because I didn't have a PS3. I didn't have a PS3 or a PS. I mean, I did have a PS2, but I was too young to get it. All
That's true.
the freaking video game boobs, man. My dad wouldn't allow that. But like, but
Okay.
seriously, you've never played not a single portion of a Metal Gear game.
I played a very little bit of Metal Gear 5, but that was it.
Okay. At least you've played some, but you have to play Metal Gear 2. You have to play Metal Gear
And
Solid
3.
2
And 3.
and 3
And Peace
4.
Walker.
Oh no,
So
bump
all
Peace
of them?
Walker. Peace Walker is trash.
No, it's not. Get the fuck out
That
of here.
game is balls, dude.
Wow.
I hate that game.
No.
The game
you
is
have-
so bad.
No, stop it. No.
Hey man,
Why?
that's just how it is. All right, we're moving on to the next game. Jesus Christ. Next up is Last Guardian. I don't give a shit about it, but Andrew does. Andrew, what do you think of the Last Guardian?
Yay! It looks very Team Eco. I'm very excited to see what they've finally brought to the table after all this time. Oh my lord!
It's been like what? It's like 7 years.
Oh, it's been at least. It's been a long time, too long, way too long. I don't know. I don't really know what to think of it. I don't know hardly a damn thing about it, and I think that's what intrigues me the most. Is I'll be going in blind. I know there's a bird dog, and I know there's a kid, and they both do things. So
Bird dog.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
Is it
Bird
really called a
dog.
bird dog?
I don't know. That's what
That's
I've
the
been calling
best
it
name
for
they could come up
years.
with. Bird dog after
I
all
don't
this
know.
time.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It looks cool. I'm gonna pick it up. I've been waiting long enough for it that I'm excited. Yes. Woo.
Alex, do you care about the Last Guardian?
I do not.
All right,
I just
moving
know
on.
that people have been waiting on it for years.
Yeah. All right, moving on to. Do you guys care about Final Fantasy 15?
I've also never played a Final Fantasy game.
Neither have I.
What?
What?
Offending all of the people.
All right.
All right, we're gonna get so many dislikes.
All right.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't care about Final Fantasy. I never have. I don't think I ever will. The games just look eh. I didn't even play that platinum demo.
I'm also
that was on
super
the PS, the
confused. Why
PlayStation
are there
Store.
so many different numbers?
All right.
Yeah,
Shut up.
stand.
Just give me a second.
You
The
good?
demo that they showed makes it look bad. That demo was a bad demo.
Told you that dude was getting worked out. That dude
I
sucked.
didn't even watch the demo.
Oh,
Don't do it.
it was bad.
The dude was
So
getting
bad.
destroyed.
So yeah, that's Final Fantasy 15 for you.
Yeah, well, I don't care.
Moving
Next up we have Rising Zero Dawn. I am very, very excited
Horizon
about
Zero
this
Dawn?
game. What?
Horizon Zero Dawn, not Rising Zero Dawn.
What did I say?
Rising Zero Dawn.
Oh, my bad. No, I'm sorry. Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know why I said Rising. I think I was thinking of Metal Gear. But yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn looks phenomenal. I'm excited. Alex, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I'm super excited for this one. I think one of the first descriptions I heard of this game was like Skyrim meets Assassin's Creed. So yeah, I'm sold on that. And the setting of this game looks really crazy. It's supposed to be in a future where the animals are all like cybernetic and robotic and stuff, but like they're using bows and arrows and stuff still. So I don't know. It looks like a really, really unique setting. Yeah, it just looks really, really crazy, and the gameplay looks really fun. I'm interested about the story because this girl is supposedly like where she came from is really important and going to impact everything. So that was interesting, but the Skyrim meets Assassin's Creed thing sold me. Like it just looks great.
Yeah, I like the I like the. It definitely seems like it feels like an RPG kind of. I mean, 'cause there's like a lot of crafting and just like different like upgrades you can get. It's definitely a mixture of like the futuristic and kind of like the primitive age because they're using bows and arrows and stuff like that.
That's what I really loved about it. Like that.
When I first saw the game, I was like, oh, this is a better Far Cry Primal because that game is ass. So I don't even care today. I'm just saying all the games are trash.
Just ripping into everything.
Well,
Yeah.
the difference between that and all the other ones is Far Cry Primal is bad. So
True.
So yeah, I'm very interested in the game. I'm picking it up. I don't know which console for because I know by the time it comes out, I will have an Xbox One. Is it exclusive?
it's exclusive, yeah.
Oh, never mind. That makes my job a lot easier. So PS4
yeah.
here we go. Andrew, what are your thoughts on Horizon Zero Dawn?
Looks great. I'm excited. It's like there's like futuristic dinosaurs and things, and it looks shiny, and it's an RPG. Like Alex said, I also heard someone say the same thing of it's very Skyrim-like, but Assassin's Creed-y as well. It kind of reminded me in a vague way of Final Fantasy 15, only because it's an action RPG.
Final Fantasy.
I
heard that.
So yeah, it looks cool. I'll pick it up. I was kind of hoping it was going to come out this year, but things happen. So
Yeah. I just hope none of these games end up getting delayed to like winter 2018. I'm gonna be so pissed off, dude. I'll hit somebody. I swear. I'll hit somebody. I'll fight. All right. Next up, we have Detroit Become Human, and this game looks phenomenal. It's a game made by Quantic Dream, and if you've ever played Beyond Two Souls, Heavy Rain, Indigo Prophecy, or as it's known to other people as Fahrenheit, you'll know what you're getting when you look at Detroit Become Human. It's one of those games where your choices affect the outcome of the thing of the story. They showed a part where this guy had like this little girl hostage on top of a roof, and you're playing as an android named Connor, and you're kind of just trying, it's your typical like kind of like hostage situation. You're just trying to talk him down. And then it shows the bad outcome where the guy and the little girl fall off the building and die. Then it rewinds and it shows that you can gather certain kind of evidence and just little bits and pieces to kind of help your case and try to get this guy to let this little girl go or to get him to turn himself in or something like that. And then it's like it starts showing like these little strings, and it just keeps showing like different outcomes and different little ways that you can go about this situation. It shows the guy getting shot, sees you finding a gun, you point the gun at the guy and trying to kind of threaten him to let the girl go or else he's gonna die. It's just so many little things that you can change or do before you get to that little that section to where, oh my god, I love games like this. If you can't tell by the way I'm talking very fast. I'm all for this. Alex, what do you think, man?
I'd have to completely mirror what you said. I think the games where your choice is super integral to the story and really, really affects it are awesome, because then it gives you a really, really unique experience. Like the way you played through that game is not going to be the same as the way your friend played through that game or the way their friend played through it. So I think that's really cool, and it also adds a huge replayability factor, because you can go through and play the game completely one way this time, and if you want to go through and play it a different way, you just say, okay, I want to make completely different decisions, and it can change the game entirely. And I think that's really awesome. And I've actually never played any of their games before, but I've heard nothing but good things about them, and so I'm definitely going to pick this up.
Hey man,
But,
yeah. I'm letting you and everyone else know, if you have never played a game by Quantic Dream, if you have a PlayStation 4, there is a bundle of Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls on the PlayStation Store for like $20. So you should get it. You should get it. Andrew, what are your thoughts on Detroit Become Human?
if it's anything like Heavy Rain, which looks like it is, I'll be playing it.
Yes.
It didn't, when I first saw it, it didn't look super interesting, but I went back and watched it again, and it's, I don't know, man, it's going to be something. It's going to be up there with, I don't know. It looks cool. I'll probably get it.
I don't use the word very often, but I had legit nerdgasm when I was watching that joint. I was like, this is cool. I want this now. Like give me it as soon as I leave this freaking movie theater. I'm ready for it.
I'm excited.
It'll be good. It looks phenomenal. Next up, we have Resident Evil 7. I've been playing the demo, and the demo was it's a brain teaser, honestly. There's a couple things that I just want to talk about the teaser real quick. The teaser is very much like PT, and PT was the playable teaser for the Silent Hill game that we mentioned earlier. So you have to collect things and do things in order and do stuff, and if you don't do stuff in the right way, you'll die and you'll start back over. It's really fun. It requires you to use your brain and think. I'm not going to spoil anything about it because that's like part of the game is experiencing it for yourself. But yeah, Resident Evil 7 is coming, and it's very different than your typical RE game, the whole like third person tank controls, or even RE6 or RE5. It's the game. Resident Evil 7 will take place in first person, so if you aren't a fan of first person survival horror games, you're probably not going to be interested in this. There's really not much to go on because all we have is the demo. But I mean, I'm interested. I like first-person games. I like survival horror. I like the Resident Evil series as much as I despise RE6. So Andrew, what are your thoughts on Resident Evil 7?
If it's more Resident Evil from what it sounds like it is, I'm down. It looks cool, and I guess it's in VR too. That's gonna be something. I'm down to piss my pants a couple hundred times. So. Yeah.
That's comforting. Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about it, but I actually recently have found like a love for the survival horror games, and so I love first person games too. So I think I'll download the demo and check it out and see from there. But it has my interest just being a survival horror game. So.
All right, next up we have one of my personal favorites. We have a new IP. It's called Days Gone. It's like another. It's although it's a new IP, the premise seems kind of not. I wouldn't say generic, but we've seen it before. It's another zombie game. But I found it kind of funny because like just the horde of these, and the thing is like they're like running zombies, like those like Dawn of the Dead, like I'm sprinting at you zombies. And it was funny, like we were shooting the zombies, they were just crumbling. Oh my god! And you guys know I love good ragdoll, so I'm down for it. So yeah, Alex, what do you think of Days Gone?
It looked interesting. It looked like I said it earlier, but to me it looked like more of the same. It just looked like a zombie game, and so if it's a good zombie game, it'll be fun, just like all the other ones. But it doesn't look like anything super special to me yet. Maybe that'll change, but yeah. It's on my radar, but not super high up there.
Yeah. Andrew?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank the Lord Bend, Sony Bend, yeah, that's the name. Sony Bend finally came out and showed their game after all these years of waiting and praying that it's going to be something. It's finally here, and it looks pretty intriguing. Like you're in this motorcycle gang in the apocalypse, and you're fighting zombies, it's
a lot of them.
It's I thought the demo was kind of weird because of the fact that you're just fighting a lot of zombies. Like the dude was loading into those zombies and they just kept coming and coming.
And they were dropping like dominoes.
Like why where's this ammo coming from? Does he have that much ammo? I don't know, man, but it looks cool. I'll play it whenever. Yeah. I have a feeling that will be Sony's fall 2017 game. That's what I'm thinking.
I originally thought, I was like, oh, is this Last of Us 2? Like when the trailer first started.
Yeah, everybody did. I was talking with Artie during the stream, and he's like, is this Last of Us 2? I'm like, no, it's not. It's definitely not Last of Us 2.
I really want another Last of Us game, so hopefully we get another Last of Us game.
I don't know if I want another Last of Us game. I can't decide. Just because
I
feel like
no one wanted another Pacific Rim movie, but here we are.
Well, I still don't want that.
No, it's just The Last of Us is probably my favorite game of all time. And that's the reason that I'm iffy about getting another one, because I don't know if it could live up to that, and so.
I have faith in Naughty Dog. I have complete.
I mean,
faith
I
in Naughty Dog.
definitely I have 100% faith in Naughty Dog. I just.
Do we really want to talk about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare?
No.
No.
All right.
Absolutely
Screw that
not.
crap. It's Call of Duty in space. All right, moving on. So there was a rumor a few months ago that they said that that Sucker Punch, the people who are famous for making the infamous games, were going to be developing a Spider-Man game. Well, come to find out, there is a Spider-Man game in development, but it's not coming from Sucker Punch. It's actually coming from Insomniac Games. They showed off the trailer, and it looks really cool. It's a completely new universe. Like, it's not connected to the movies or any of the previous games. They're doing their own thing, and I'm really excited about it. They didn't show off any gameplay, at least that I've seen. They haven't made a good Spider-Man game, in my opinion, since Web of Shadows. So I'm interested in it. I'm probably gonna play it. I'm probably gonna buy it. So Andrew, what are your thoughts on Insomniac's Spider-Man game?
First of all, Insomniac are the same people who made the Ratchet and Clank games, so once again, complete faith in them that they'll be able to make a great Spider-Man game. What they showed was amazing. It looks like Spider-Man. And then Josh is right. The last good Spider-Man game was probably Web of Shadows. So yeah, I'm excited.
Alex?
I really loved the trailer that they showed. I'm really happy we're getting another Spider-Man game. I actually loved the Spider-Man 2 game that came out with the movie back when. I loved that Spider-Man game. But I saw a bunch of people complaining about his suit originally whenever it came out. I really, really love the suit. It might be my favorite Spider-Man suit, actually.
Wow.
But, yeah. But the game just looked really fun from the trailer. Like, I feel like I could spend hours just swinging around the city and be content doing flips and stuff. But, so yeah, I think that'll be worth picking up for
they
me.
made it seem very fluid, didn't they?
Yeah, it just looked really fun, and just all the acrobatics and moves and everything he was doing. Like Andrew, you said it. It looked like Spider-Man. So, yeah, I'm excited.
All right. So I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the VR. I mean, I'll probably get one, but I'm not a huge. I'm not like super stoked about it. But Alex, I know you want to talk about VR, so I guess why don't you go ahead and do that.
I'm just really excited. I think virtual reality is such a cool concept, and so for me, the fact that we're like actually making real steps towards it and like getting it is super exciting for me, because I want Animus level virtual reality. Like, I want to lay down on a table and my mind to completely play like a video game. I want that to happen.
That'd be dope.
And, yeah, exactly. And so like we're getting there, we're making steps. So like that's what's exciting about it to me. But the games that they've shown and like the virtual reality compatibility for games, I don't know, I think it's cool. It's just it adds another layer of immersion into whatever you're playing. And some of the ones that they've shown, I was talking to my friend about it, and they look, I compared it to like Wii Sports games. Like, they're definitely made to test out the waters and see what they can and can't do with VR and everything. And so I mean, right now, I don't think I'll pick up VR immediately whenever it comes out, because I want to wait a little bit and have them refine it a little bit more and give more content. But I'm really excited to see where it goes. So.
Yeah. Andrew, you have anything to add about VR?
I'm still not sold on it. I'm sure it's a cool concept, and I'm sure it'll sell well and whatever. But no, not really.
I mean, like I said, I mean, I don't have a lot to say about VR. I mean, it's like you said, it's a cool concept. It's a cool thing that it's actually virtual reality is a real thing. The only reason why if I were to get it like now or when it came out would be for Batman Arkham VR, because apparently Batman Arkham VR, you're gonna be investigating Nightwing's murder, so that should be interesting. Although it's like an hour. But basically all the games they're releasing are going to be like tech demos, just to kind of showcase what the VR can do or what it's capable of. Nothing, jaw-dropping or
insane.
Amazing. So I mean, I guess it's okay. All right. On to the last topic we have for today. And this is something that I and Andrew and pretty much any other person who grew up with this character have been waiting for the longest time. Ladies and gentlemen, Crash Bandicoot is freaking back.
Yeah!
Oh my god, dude. I screamed like a little child when I saw him, his little shadow walking on the beach, dude. Crash Bandicoot was the quintessential character in my childhood, the top dog next to Croc. The first Crash Bandicoot game I've played 1,000 times. I've never beaten it because I was so small, but they're remastering Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3, I think, right?
I think so, yeah.
And they're remastering for the PS4, and so Crash Bandicoot is coming back. They also announced him for Skylanders, but nobody really cares about that, so we're not even going to cover Skylanders here, because if you want that, go somewhere else. We don't really care about Skylanders here. I'm ecstatic. I cannot wait. I'm getting it day one. I'm so excited. Andrew, what are you talk about Crash Bandicoot, please?
Well, let's see here. Yes, also like Josh, I grew up with Crash Bandicoot. It was between him and Spyro. I was fulfilled with my life. I was happy. I was content. So to see him finally come back is just awesome. Also with those, and then Ukulele coming out at some point, the kickstarted mascot jumper shooter thing, whatever it is, game that was announced a while back. That's gonna be good. So Crash Bandicoot, baby, woo!
Yee! I'm excited. Alex, so did you grow up with Crash Bandicoot? Are you excited for this?
Yes, I am on y'all's boat. I am extremely excited about this. Crash Bandicoot Remastered is spectacular. I agree with you, Andrew. Crash and Spyro. Can we get that Spyro remastered next, Sony?
Please.
I never really liked Spyro.
Whenever I think about the games that I played when I was little, it was those two games. I'm so excited for this. We've been needing this for a long time, and
I'm excited.
I think that Crash Bandicoot was enough for Sony to steal the show, because that was just an automatic stealing the hearts of everyone.
It's freaking dope, dude. I'm excited. I just wish they kind of said, hey, so this game's coming out, now. Man, if I would have just left,
that would have been my heart, dude, my heart.
But it's good. It's good. Like I said, I think we all can agree that Sony stole E3. They came out and they showed games.
Yep.
I remember people being on stage for a handful of times, but they showed games, and that's what the press conference was there for. That's what people were there to see. We wanted to see games, we wanted to see content, and they delivered. So Sony won in my eyes. You guys have anything else to add?
I'd agree that Sony won.
Yeah, I also agree. I wanted to honorable mention two games before we get too far to the end here. That new Zelda game, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Nintendo's game, that's looking something cool. I know you guys don't care a whole lot about Zelda, but I do a little bit.
You're right.
and Mafia
Damn,
3,
Josh.
that's looking pretty decent. That's
I'm excited about that.
Wait, what? Which one?
Mafia 3.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised it wasn't at any of the press conferences. I expected it to be at Sony.
Well, they kind of showed it off on their own time. They took a demo around to IGN and GameSpot and those people. Yeah. So those two games I'm also excited for. That's all I got though.
Okay, yeah, I'll check out the demo. All right, I just want to thank everyone for joining us today for the E3 drop special. I had a lot of fun. We got to talk about games, which is something really don't get a whole lot of chance to talk about on other shows.
Unless it's Injustice.
Yeah, unless it's Injustice, which we still haven't gotten any gameplay or really gameplay demo, so I'm kind of bummed about that, but it might be coming soon. So I guess this is the part of the show where we plug social media and all that good stuff. So Andrew, why don't you tell people where they can find you at?
Well, first off, you can find me at the Comic Drops YouTube channel. I'm the guy who makes all those fancy schmancy thumbnails for y'all.
Those fire
thumbnails. The
Shout
fire
out.
thumbnail. Yeah, shout out, right? And you can also find me on Twitter at Galactic Burger. I changed my ad a lot, but that's what it is at the moment. So you can find me there for now. Yeah, that's about it for me.
Word. Alex?
As always, you can find me on Twitter and YouTube at APBatman with 2 T's. My app probably won't change. So, yeah, just come by and talk Batman, and, yeah.
I'd be shocked if you changed your at.
I don't think I can. I don't think it's possible.
Oh, no, you can. I think you would only change it if the at Batman actually came available.
Yeah, if I could just get Batman,
with
I
2
would change
T's.
it.
But wait, can't you just use the Batman with 2 T's, or somebody already has that?
I think it's taken, but I'm about to look that up now.
Why not? And you can find me on Twitter at Dark Knight of Ren is 1K for the Dark at Night. I'm always talking about weird stuff and retweeting stuff. You can find me on Instagram. I run the DC page for comic drops at DCU News. If you like wearing clothes, if you like looking fancy, you like looking fresh, check out our t-shirt store at Amazon.com. We have nice and cool things there. And as always, keep it locked to comicdrops.com for the latest news and superhero media and stuff and video games and all the good stuff. And we will talk to you soon. Later, guys. Peace.